20 years ago, I bought a Lego Mindstorm set. That's this one. And I bought that to build a gadget to move one of our pages through a set of motions for link balance testing, and Legos was by far the cheapest option. Now that Lego set is a Technic set, and it's more of the classic type of Technic set, which has these rails with holes on them that shafts pass through and you can put gears on them, but the construction is still mostly by snapping together with the studs like this. And I was pretty familiar with Lego Technic, having used it a lot as a kid. That's Lego Technic from the 1970s. And the construction method was still relatively the same. Now lately, to build a bigger mouse maze, I bought some more Lego. And first I bought this Lego Technic set because it was on sale, and it has tons of parts that I can use for experiments. Except then I realized this has almost none of these classic bricks, so I actually ordered a separate Lego classic brick set, which gave me enough bricks to build this maze. And I want to spin this maze, and I started building something for a rotating platform for this thing. There'd be a piece of wood that goes on top of this, and this gear turns it, and the motor would turn this part here to spin this whole maze. But having this new gigantic set, I built this rotating platform, and this is based on the newer Lego Technic, which is what they call Studless construction. That is, it no longer relies on having these little buttons on there. Instead, all the pieces are basically attached with fasteners through the holes like this, and almost none of these parts have any studs on them. I do have some of the old stud type construction on here as well. This one is because I needed to have a pivot halfway in there, and also I'm using the old motor which mounts with the studs. But the method of construction with these newer Legos is much different. This turntable goes on the middle here, like so, and then I can turn that on, and it spins the whole thing, and it's sturdy enough that I can spin this whole maze, which is actually quite heavy on account of the plastic cover on top, which is not a Lego part, like this, and then I can spin that whole thing. The goal here is to see if the mouse gets disoriented if the maze that it's in is spinning. And this gets me to what I wanted to talk about in this video. With the old style Legos, I think the original idea was that you kind of stack them like building blocks, like you're building little houses and stuff like that. And basically the studs are almost always on top. Whoops. So you would very rarely end up putting a piece on there like this. In fact, I think originally there wasn't even any connecting pieces to allow you to change the orientation. Nowadays there are. And with the Lego Technic, there's also an issue that these studs are all 8mm wide, but the height of these is slightly different. So if you want to connect vertically like this, these are not the same spacing. They won't fit unless you put the right amount of spacer in there, and then that fits. But a little bit inelegant. And then all the models you build out of Lego Technic, if you're using some of these beams, they're always kind of rough because you got the studs on top, or even if you've got like the roof of a little car or something like that, or whatever it is, you've always got the studs. And with the new Lego Technic, with the studless construction, everything kind of relies on beams like that, or other connecting pieces, or these frames. And these pieces, they don't connect together on their own, so you always have lots of fasteners like this, and you're always sticking fasteners in there to connect pieces together. For instance, like, oh, wrong spot, to connect that on here like that. which makes the whole construction a lot less spontaneous. Whereas here, to attach this on there, I just snap it on there. So while the models that can be built with this are a lot smoother and a lot more detailed for the size, for instance, this gigantic techno set, part of it is this little dump truck. I actually modified that design a little bit because our 1.5-year-old keeps wanting to play with it and he tears it apart, so I've reinforced a few bits. And that's a lot smoother than you can build with those things. But you have to put an awful lot more thought into how this goes together, because if this was built out of pieces like this, I could just snap another piece on there somewhere, whereas it is, it's like I can't just snap another piece on there. So if I want to extend this bit, I really have to think about how I'm gonna modify this. So, you know, that involves tearing off some pieces and then figuring out, using the connection pieces there are, what combination of pieces will work that way. And that's all fine if my goal is to build the models from the instructions like in this book. I could do a much better job of building a very detailed model that's been carefully engineered by the Lego engineers. But if I just want to come up with inventions of my own, it's not optimal, because if I'm trying things out and I don't have a design that I came up with ahead of time, it's much easier to just snap together these blocks, see what works, and if it doesn't work, oh, I need to move this over a little bit. No problem. Here, if I need to move this over a little bit, okay, pry it apart. Suppose I wanted to move it that way. Well, there's no stud holes here. So even the basic construction involves an awful lot of thought in terms of what can and cannot be done. And with these new pieces and fasteners, I find myself actually having to relearn how to build things out of Lego. And this bucket wheel excavator that I bought the Lego set for, it's a remarkable piece of engineering. I have a lot of respect for the people that came up with that design. I have no intention of ever building this whole thing, but I built this little dump truck from the set and the main gearbox just to get a better sense of how to build with these Lego. But I think it's a bit of a shame, because with this more advanced method of engineering, it puts coming up with original creations a little bit more out of reach for most people, just because so much more thought has to go into something like this gearbox. It's almost like you want to design this thing in CAD before you build it. And my idea of Lego is you just keep adding pieces until it works, and who cares what it looks like. But of course, given the challenge of the new Lego, it's something that I kind of embrace, because it's like, put this challenge in front of me and damn it, I want to master it. But I think overall, the spirit of the old Lego was more build something ugly and build it quick, and don't build it with plans. And I'm afraid some of that has been lost with this new Lego. Of course, they've been going that way even before these new Technic bits. I mean, so many Lego sets were all about custom plastic parts to build this Star Wars model, and you really couldn't use these custom plastic parts to build much else. So having at least generic parts that are more difficult to build with is a step up from that. But part of me wishes the construction was still with beams like this and plates like this. I wouldn't be so tempted to over-engineer things, and I just get the job done. Of course, it is cool what you can build that way. But if I had enough of these pieces, I'm sure I could have solved this problem as well. Although these gigantic ring gears, they're really quite awesome for this sort of thing. I think this 40-tooth gear, that was the biggest gear that you could get with the older Lego type sets. Would have been a little bit stressed out. I might have had to put a small gear on either side of this big gear just to get enough torque on there. Anyways, the bucket wheel excavator set, I think the box says ages 12 to 16. They're like, no, 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 12 and up to any age. I think actually most adults would not be capable of mastering these new Lego because there's just so much that you can do with it. Again, something like that, man, there is a lot of engineering that went into this design. I'm never going to build it, but I'd love to put it together just to see it working because there's gears everywhere. Anyway, you're never too old to play with Lego, I think, and I don't know, have you played with the newer Lego Technic sets and with the old ones? Tell me what you think.